Great, so thanks for sending your clip in to me to get help on your ollies. And I'm going to do my best to help you out with this today. Great, so I actually think you're doing your ollies really quite well. You're popping it, you're dragging your front foot up, and the board and all four wheels do pop up into the air. Now there's one little piece of this that you're missing or having a hard time with, and that's leveling out your board. This is one of the pieces that it's very hard to explain somebody how to do it. And the way that I've found best is kind of to pay close attention to your knee. So look at your foot. It does slide up the board, it does pop everything up into the air, but your board gets very vertical and it never goes horizontal again. What I mean by that is it pops up into the air and it's almost straight up and down. And what you want it to do is up into the air, going straight up and down at first, but then to level out so it's nice and even in the air. So it's kind of hard to explain this step to somebody because you say pop with your back foot, drag your front foot up the board, and then the next step you got to do is you kind of got to push your front foot out in front of you. Cool, so this is the popping step, you got that, and then the dragging step, and you actually got that quite well too. And it's great because when you do drag the board, it is going with your foot, which is exactly what you want. You want your front foot to stick to the top of the board, and you want your board to pop up as your front foot comes up into the air. So the step that we're missing is as soon as that board is up into the air, you got to continue bringing your back foot up while you push your front foot out. So it's the step right there, where I push my front foot out in front of me, and then I continue bringing my back foot up. So I don't even know how well I've covered this before, but honestly, you have to pay close attention to your knee. And as you bring your knee up, your knee also has to go out in front of your nose, so it kind of just goes straight out and levels out. And that's what's going to level out your board in the air. So that step is super, super, super important, and that's the one that really you need to work on. That one's also harder to work on than the other ones because you can't just stand still and practice dragging your foot up the board like I'm showing you here. But you have to actually pop up into the air in order to practice it because it's just leveling out the board. One thing that might help you also is, as I'm showing here, you can put your foot further back on the board, and that's going to give you more room and leverage. And then from here, what I want you to do is I want you to just ride that board around. Ride it everywhere you go. If you go to the store, ride it there. If you go to school, ride it there. Ride the board as much as you can, down curbs, and then just dodging things and going around rocks, etc. And just get really good at riding. And then you're going to practice your ollies while riding. So that's kind of your next step here. And also, if you're doing it while riding, that should help out your just motion, your forward motion of pushing that front foot out and being able to level out in the air better. Cool, so for any of you guys mastering the basics of skateboarding, you have to get skateboarding made simple. Don't wait, click that red annotation right now. It's a digital download, so you can get it anywhere. And just get it and do every single step. Thanks for your help and support.